Oh, hello. Welcome back. Alright, we are about to start part 9. We're cooking and booking. Cooking and booking. Quick recap. We just put together the manufacturing plant for their monorail. And we also picked up Rainy, which there's tons of questions I have to ask about Rainy. You know, as timefall doesn't seem to affect her. I'm sure we'll get our answer eventually. We got a job to do in the meantime. And our job would require us to take a job at the Rainbow Valley. So we're back over here. Alright, Sammy boy. The job is never done. Let's get back. Let's get back. Thank you, kind. Well, I already ran past it now, but your bridge would have been better. Rainbow Valley. Number of inhabitants? 16. 16.
Sam,
What you got for me?
your next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo.
What?
The subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high. Meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
You got me picking up a kangaroo? Mighty. I forgot. This is Australia. You know you had to have a kangaroo somehow implanted into this story. Alright. Let's go get the old dingo. I said that correctly?
Hey Sam, Charlie here. Since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional information.
Alright,
The
go ahead.
kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odra deck to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with you. All right, time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
Holy snap. We're just gonna do this.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Oh shit, it's timed. This will be our first time to mission. Time to boot scoot. I should have kept that cart and just rode it for Cairo, but I'm so stingy.
What in the world?
What the hell is that?
We have a situation, Sam. I'm
Of course
tracking
we
a
do.
fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
Roger that. Roger that. We're on our way now. Let me just get. Oh yeah. Right across that. Good jump, Sammy boy. Let's go. Kangaroo needs our help. Oh crap. Pretend we just see that. It's aquatic life. Still talking about Sam. Move with a purpose, my friend. Move with a purpose. Unlike the lightning as before,
We need to get away from here as quickly as possible.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying, Dolman. Way to state the obvious there. Oh, wait. No, this is time. We can use the sludge guns to put the fire out. I remember that. As I was saying, before Dolman interrupted me. Unlike the
there
he goes again.
Kangaroo.
Where?
Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport.
Where do you see it at, Dolman? Oh, right there. Hey, little fella. Okay. I think he can breathe in, breathe in
Time
this.
to make our getaway.
As I was saying before Dolman interrupted me for the second time, I remember the lightning, which I was thinking was fire for effect, just to set the ambiance. I really do think that fire is not playing. If we don't dodge that, we get hit by it.
Location on your map, Sam. We could get trapped here by the bushfire. Let's keep moving to ensure that doesn't happen.
Roger that, Dolman. Roger that. Okay. Okay. Keep going. Should have. Okay. Let's do this. I know that for the sake of storytelling, they are curtailing me a certain direction. I get it. But when it comes to doing it's flaming dolphins. But anyway, when it comes to doing this again, this mission again for platinum, I'm gonna have to carry some stuff and make my own. I'm headed to the animal shelter anyway. Okay. Oh, hang on there, dingo, buddy. I'm almost out of battery.
I'm still not sure how we survived that.
Because
Anyway,
we're awesome.
We have a Cupid to connect, right?
Yep. We're awesome, Dolman. Take credit. It's gonna be an A package. S package. I see the breathing hole. So it's at least humane. We're here, thankfully. Our batteries are dead.
Good day,
Good day, mate.
Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Yeah. We know the deal. We're not rookies.
You must be Sam. We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
New strand established. Animal shelter staff. Decoy grenade. Holo grenade. I'm gonna like those, I bet. Memory upgrade, okay. Uh-oh, she's about to do some miraculous stuff. Her name is Rainy, after all. Summon time fall. That would explain why she's not affected by it. Oh no, that's rain.
Thank you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainy will put it out for us.
Tell me though, who is she exactly?
Shit.
It's been about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Whenever I stepped outside, the time fall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the time fall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters.
That's awful.
So I struck out on my own. I was alone for so long. In desperation, I enrolled in a special UCA program, hoping to find purpose as a mother.
Hi there. You're safe.
But even after I got pregnant, I still couldn't find anyone willing to take me in.
I'm sorry.
We need to leave right now.
Please.
God, get out of here!
It's a bolo gun he's aiming at. It's not lethal. I noticed that. Shock stick still hurt though. Bastards. Bridges.
No one wanted anything to do with me. All they saw was a witch, to be hated and feared.
Don't do it. It's not worth
Until
it.
that day. I'm so sorry.
Hey there. You're Rainy, aren't you?
Who's asking?
Someone who's been looking for you. For you and your power.
You want my power?
Power.
Why?
You're a pharmacon. Medicine that can harm. Poison that can heal. It's all in how you use it. Want to come work for me?
Oh, the X-Brain's Fragile's body. She healed it.
I believe you can save the world.
You do?
There are things only you can accomplish.
Only me. Really?
Really. My name's Fragile. And I'm happy we could finally meet. I'm here for you. For both of you. I'll be your umbrella. And together we'll show the world the hope in your reign. Come on. Who wouldn't want the baby to catch a cold? Come on.
Thank you. That was quite the display. Drawbridge is even more amazing than we'd heard.
I know.
Thanks to everything you've done for us. The animals are unharmed and the facilities are holding up just fine. It's a wonderful relief. Anyway, I'll check your orders now.
Oh, you ain't gotta check my order. That dingo is pristine. Even he'll tell you that. Or she. Told you so.
Seems to be in fine spirits. You took good care of it. I can tell. I can't believe you found this. We'd all but given up hope.
Trust me, I find, I was about to say garbage. I find stuff all over. The trick is not picking it all up. But I was headed this way anyway, so
You'll continue to work with us.
you're welcome.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Yeah. We know it's good. Or getting better.
The kangaroo you rescued seems to be alright, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She. Ah. So she would give you my seal of approval.
once she's had a bit more time to recuperate, we'll move her to the reserve next door where you can visit anytime you like.
Oh,
By the way,
I got a buddy
we've
now.
uploaded our decoy hologrenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a distraction that'll lure enemies away. It might just save your life if you run afoul of any troublemakers.
Oh yeah. So tell me what's so special about this kangaroo?
Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrations of chiralium. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is something we still don't understand completely. But it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into existence. So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable research subject.
Indeed. Indeed. You mentioned a reserve?
It's where we look after the animals in our care. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable water supply. After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor their health over time. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to stretch her legs. That being said, changes in the environment can have a profound impact on many species, causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem into chaos. Which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future generations.
Sounds good. I'm heading out.
Cheers, Sam.
Cheers.
Really helped us out. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the Death Stranding. And once they're gone, there's no getting them back. Between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt, it's been pretty bad. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all when Australia is fully linked up. So I've got high expectations for you and your friends. Speaking of which, how would you feel about assisting us with our preservation efforts? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals you see out on their own and bringing them to us. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some thought. Yeah.
Alright, I'll give it some thought.
Well done, Sam. Return to the DHV Magellan and report to the bridge. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talents.
Order completed. Well done.
Well done. Alright, before we head back to the Magellan, let's take a quick sidebar. What the hell is that moving? Is that a kangaroo?
Did you notice that sign, Sam? Think someone might need help. I don't know, perhaps we could lend them a hand if we have time. And when we in turn need assistance, we can always build a sign of our own.
Yep. Alright. Pipe it for a second, dog man. I gotta have a quick sidebar. So, in the very first Death Stranding, Fragile was affected by the timefall, as you can see in her hands. For the longest time, we were worried as to how she had smooth skin again. Basically, how was the timefall effects from her exposure reversed? Now that explains it. Her contact with Rainey has reversed the aging of the timefall. Exactly how that happened, I won't ruin that part. There's a whole story and that goes with that. So if you haven't played the first, I won't spoil that part for you. Have to remember to get some new legs. You see them red here. Before we head back out, we'll take care of that.
When she's outside, Rainey's constantly surrounded by timefall. But within a 1.5-meter radius of her body, a different kind of precipitation is observed. We call it core fall. Anything it touches is restored to an earlier state. In other words, it has the power to heal and repair, to counteract timefall's effects.
Told you.
Sadly, people only see the timefall, and not the remarkable woman standing in the eye of the storm. Still no signs of growth?
I should be due any day now. If things were normal, that is. But the baby's still stuck at 7 months.
She has still baby syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
Many
preppers in Mexico that had something like that.
Yep, my thoughts exactly.
They're not isolated cases. It seems to be happening everywhere. Though who knows if it's a syndrome. or a symptom of something else?
Simply put, the fetus stops growing at about 7 months. To be clear, it doesn't die, but it no longer moves, as if it's frozen in time. Several treatments, including C-sections, have been attempted. Unfortunately, removal from the womb invariably results in death. And while not all pregnancies are affected, it's yet another contributing factor to the already low birth rate. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative just isn't enough to compensate.
You got any idea what's causing it?
There's speculation that it's due to an imbalance in the beach itself. I'm sure it's been explained to you before that countless individual beaches exist, a multiverse of beaches, so to speak, and that they are all governed by an upper beach on a higher plane. Expansion of the chiral network to cover the whole UCA may have inadvertently disrupted the link to that beach. Or so they think.
Opley's Beach.
BB units were also 7-month-old fetuses. So it's not hard to believe that the beach might very well influence the unborn.
While I can offer you no concrete answer, I can state that the plan to extend the chiral network into the Australian continent, to take it worldwide, is also intended to help restore balance to the aforementioned upper beach. And in doing so, it is possible that we may resolve the issue of still baby syndrome.
Of course.
Unfortunately, no nearby facilities have the capacity to prepare the cargo. So it's going to be a long-distance delivery from West Fort Knott instead. Moreover, this request requires you to transport a large quantity of cargo.
Lovely.
Careful consideration will need to be given to your route and your means of traversing it. You'll also need to think about what equipment you might need. Only then should you commit to a plan of action. Access the delivery terminal at West Fort Knott to pick up this main order.
Alright.
Oh, and the DHB Magellan can take you there, if need be. Just open your ring terminal and select chart course to request transport.
Okay, I think I understood that. We got a long, big delivery. Talks about the Magellan can take us there. That part threw me off. With me walking, why don't you just take me there? I know it can't. Alright, we got it.
That seemed like a child.
Yeah. We don't talk. We don't like talking to you about our stuff. That's funny. I'm sure eventually we'll open up. Not right now, buddy. Not right now. The Rue's feeling better, huh? Nice. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have to pick up the next orders. Let's take the F1. Let's take the Magellan. Oh, hold on. Let me see, where's the Magellan at? Right here. Okay. Ongoing flood damage, whatever. We need to move to Magellan. So let's go. Chart course.
Please select a destination.
Okay. And I select the Magellan icon where it can land. I need to go here. Voila. I would say they should probably have better instructions on how to use that thing, but we figured it out. All right. Let us grab the mission.
Please take care. Thank you, Sam. That's the spirit.
Probably gonna need some big wheels for this. Let's see how big this order is first. Let's head out. It wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. All right, Sammy boy, let's do this.
Sam, Tarman here. A short while ago, the tar currents became incredibly unstable. It's gotten so bad that the DHV Magellan can't travel safely. We're still looking into what might have caused this, and we'll be in touch the second we know more.
All right. You do that, Tar Man. In the meantime, let's convert some juice. Okay. We'll just have to. We need this vehicle so we can take it around the outside. If it gets too nasty, we'll sit there and
I can sense them, Sam. Be on your guard for BTs.
yep. Here's what we're gonna do, Sam. Wide right. Oh, actually, this case, wide left. We've got too much cargo. I don't want to sit there and waste time fighting them until we get some passage. So we're just gonna take it to the outside. At the cost of battery juice. Maybe some nice person would have put up a charge station for us. That's a weird looking icon. Guess we're gonna figure out what that is once we get there. Those little glowing gold men. That's hey, battery juice. Maybe I'll stop and top off for a little bit. Oh wow. Nice. Okay. Okay, we'll cut through here. Got some more. Get top off. Don't need to stop that long because we're pretty freaking full. In fact, we'll probably fill up. Yep. Just passing through. Alright, let's double check real quick where we at. Alright, we're gonna keep going to the left. Let's get some high ground first so I can see. Potential gate quake. Oh. Jesus, look at you hitting. Oh, that's cool. The timefall thing is shaking the little shelter. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's take another look. Don't trust my navigational skills that much. We're coming up on the animal shelter. That's right. This place didn't look familiar, but I guess it does now. This was from the hot zone. We were running through with the flaming fish. Airporters. I'll greet them. We'll top off. Okay, and from animal shelter, I'm gonna go straight and up to the right. It'd be nice if I get something that resembles a road. All this off-roading is for the birds, especially in this vehicle that's not really off-road ready. I know. Better than hoofing it, so stop your complaining.
You know, I've been thinking about what happened to Lou. Fragile holds herself personally responsible for those tragic events. If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand why she feels that way. Why she blames herself for setting everything in motion. She's resolved not to let any of it show. Bottle it up and put on a brave face. She didn't used to smoke before, did she?
Nope, she didn't.
It's a form of self-punishment she's adopted. Vengeance gives rise to a cycle of violence. And Higgs wouldn't have it any other way. But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, together with you, to get you back on your feet. And if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander to do that, she will. That's what I think, anyway. I'm sure you can understand her position.
I do. She's good people, man. She's good people. With Lou getting hurt like that, I mean, who wouldn't? What good person wouldn't feel that way? Something's up. Ah, it's a camp. You ready means pack job at normal speed. Let's go.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
See if we can take the river wide. Being how these guys act, all we need to do is just take Rainey with us. Oh, there's a road, so there'll be a road run through here eventually. There you go. They don't want none of this. We're good. They probably look at us like we're crazy. Like, where the hell are they going? Away from you knuckleheads. Okay, that's battery juice. We can play it safe. I know you guys are afraid of water, so to some degree. Afraid to take a bath. All right, let's check the map. I think we've done good. We've done good. Oop. I'll give it to you, Mr. Kojima. That's a very good earthquake effect. Makes me all dizzy. Gives me a headache. But we have arrived. Cue the music. All right, no music, but we're still here.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Yeah. We took the cowards route, but we had a big load. Didn't feel like dealing with bandits and everything else. 1% damage across the board. I think this is acceptable. Collectively, though, what's it going to be? Do we mess up our third order?
Wait, are you Sam? Then does that mean you carried this hefty delivery all the way from West Fort Knott? Way to make an entrance. We welcome you with open arms.
I hope so.
Now let's get this cargo of yours processed.
I appreciate a 5-star rating, please. Yeah.
Whoa, this cargo looks great.
1% across the board. Ah, you're very welcome, good sir. You're very welcome.
I hope you'll continue to support us in the days ahead. All right. Can you connect your Cupid to our facility?
I sure can. I sure can. New strand established.
And now we're finally connected to the chiral network. This should make our job so much easier. And to make your job easier, I've gone ahead and shared data for a suit I think you'll love. Oh, right. I also wanted to give you this as thanks.
What is that? All right. Blood boomerang. Oh, okay.
Introducing the blood boomerang.
Uses my blood.
Throw it properly and it'll come
Nice.
right back to your hand. It's a reusable weapon in that regard. Folds up nicely too, so it's quite easy to carry. You'll find it's especially effective against BTs, so give it a try against the next one you meet. With the aid of your network, we should also be able to develop stronger measures to defend against belligerents, which we need since the brigands out west have rapidly improved their arsenal in recent days. Honestly, you couldn't have gotten here at a better time. Thanks be to you, we'll finally be able to focus on our research. As the chiral network has expanded, we're seeing more and more anomalies outside of the bounds of its coverage. This has led the brigands to conclude that the network itself is responsible for the worsening state of the world, which is why they're opposed to its expansion.
They may not be
It's
wrong
like we
about
can
that.
sit back and do nothing. If we don't try to improve things, humanity's doomed to go extinct.
You said they've improved their arsenal.
One day they started sporting a whole lot more weaponry, including grenade launchers with custom tranquilizing gas rounds. Thing is, the brigands don't have a chiral printer at their base as far as we know. So, where'd they get all the new hardware all of a sudden? Kind of worrying, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. Tell me about this blood boomerang.
After I moved to Australia, the locals learned me all the ins and outs of the boomerang. I then designed a new type that's effective against BTs as well. You infuse it with Doom's blood before throwing it. The bigger the charge, the greater the potency. Naturally, most people would have to rely on blood bags sourced from donors, but since you have Doom's, you can also use your own blood on the spot. Unlike traditional firearms, it hardly makes noise. If your enemies don't actually see you throw it, they'll have a hard time finding you. That said, don't expect it to do too much damage to humans. Not unless you manage to hit them in just the right spot, at least.
Noted. So, what sort of things are you monitoring
At this
here?
observatory, we focus on monitoring the behavior of tar currents. There's a patch of BT territory due north of here, and just beyond it is land that's currently being subsumed by tar. There's no telling when the facility will be lost to the tar as well. So it's important that we contribute to the research and development of countermeasures while we can. Incidents of tar current instability have grown more frequent, but we haven't been able to determine much more than that thus far. Thanks to the chiral network, though, we expect we'll be able to improve our instrument accuracy.
All right, I'm out.
We appreciate the help. Best of luck to you, Sam.
Roger that.
The tar currents are acting up again. Guess it's back to work for me. Let's
Right.
both keep on keeping on.
That was excellent work, Sam. Thanks to you, the better part of the Western continent has access to our services. Now it's time for you to head north and continue to expand network coverage. It is imperative that you connect all of Australia, stabilizing the environment and eliminating the remaining anomalies. There will be challenges, of course, but I know you have what it takes to overcome them. I expect more great things from you, in short.
Sam, this is Tom here. We believe that we finally determined the location of whatever's thrown the tar currents into chaos. The chiralium levels there are pretty high, though, and BTs are almost certain to be present as well. I hate to ask, but would you mind taking a look for us? It's close to your current position. I've sent you the coordinates. We're counting on you, Sam.
Of course you are. Sound like we about to break knuckles again with the local BTs. Alright. Actually, I think this is a good spot to call it for now. We're picking up on part 10. And some tells me we're going to be getting dirty with the BTs. So, I look forward to seeing y'all on the next one. Until then, bye.